Hey, Toby, thanks for meeting me. Look, I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase, man. Can't keep doing these Spider-Man 3 updates, alright?
Oh, would you like some champagne?
Nah, they got purple Fanta?
What do you mean?
Purple Fanta! Oh, it's delicious. What? What is this? This is another Spider-Man 3 update. I can't do it, Toby.
How'd that get in there?
I can't. I don't even have any more ideas for cringy intros, man.
Oh, don't cry.
I know the deal. It was Spider-Man 3 leaks in exchange for free pizzas, but you just got fired, man.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Hello, Spider-Man fans! It's an amazing day in the neighborhood when we get to talk some Spider-Man 3 news in our lives, and a lot has kind of been going on the past few days. Some of the stuff we're going to be diving into today in this video, breaking down, of course, that Variety interview that everybody was anticipating and thought was going to be solely dedicated to Spider-Man 3 talk. Oh, yeah, that wasn't the case. But we got that along with some viral marketing that Sony is starting to do with Spider-Man 3, giving us little hints to what we can expect to see in the movie, and possibly teasing a villain we didn't actually think we'd be seeing this time around. So be sure you guys leave your Spider-Man thoughts down below with everything we discuss here today. What are your theories? What are your thoughts? What's the point of me shooting my virtual web at you if you're not going to shoot one back? Do it! But also, don't be forgetting to hit that like button, okay? So, let's start off here with some of the viral marketing that went on with Spider-Man 3. Now, if you guys didn't know, on Instagram, there is this fan account that is run and owned by Sony that is essentially pretending to be Flash Thompson. So, it's like the Instagram account we would have if Flash was a real person out in the world, posting daily stuff and whatnot. And this account went silent for about 80 weeks now, and then out of nowhere, started posting more stuff, gearing us up for what we're going to be seeing in Spider-Man 3. One of the first things that he went ahead and posted up, again, keep in mind, you're supposed to think that this is Flash Thompson, the character posting this stuff, is some polls of who are some of your favorite classmates or characters in Spider-Man. I mean, one thing in particular I like, he did a poll of who do you like better, Spider-Man or Night Monkey. Still not figuring it out side by side that they're the same person. But it was the next one that caught everybody's attention here. But that's when he put up the character of Betty right next to Ned. And if you look at all the little drawings and whatnot that they've added onto these characters, they gave Betty some horns. Oh, Mephisto confirmed? We all knew Betty was going to show up as Mephisto in WandaVision. Glad this confirmed it. And Ned over here with an orange pointy hat, very similar to the comic book character Hobgoblin that in the comics is Ned himself. It's been long rumored and speculated among Spider-Man fans that we'll be seeing Ned turn into the Hobgoblin in this third Spider-Man movie. Some of the things that were pointing in this direction is Jacob Bolton, the actor who actually plays Ned, went ahead and lost a lot of weight for this movie. But I mean, come on, if you're drawing a couple of doodles trying to make fun of your classmates through this Instagram account that's supposed to be Flash Thompson, I understand the devil horns right here, and that would make sense why someone would go ahead and do that. But like, why the heck are you drawing an orange, pointy, slanted hat? Honestly, if Hobgoblin was not a thing that existed at all, we would all be confused as to why the heck would someone draw that? This to me feels like either Sony is continuing to screw with us Spider-Man fans that speculate and wonder all the frickin' time to what is going on in this movie, or they're actually hinting that we're going to see the transformation of Ned into Hobgoblin. To me, Spider-Man 3 is already as packed as can be with Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and then all these other multiverse villains with Electro and Dr. Octopus set to show up, plus so many more that we're hearing. How do they have time to squeeze in a Hobgoblin that's Ned when all throughout the movies they haven't shown him to grow resentment against Peter or so much as even fight a little bit? They've always remained buds that I would feel like this sudden change in character as a villain would come off odd unless they're bringing in the multiverse and it's Ned from a different reality where he comes in and goes evil. Nonetheless, this is still some of the first piece of marketing that Sony decided to do for us, and it's definitely got us puzzled. The next thing on this Instagram account that was also posted that is getting a lot of fans wondering and speculating is this article from the Daily Bugle. So nice to have the Daily Bugle involved in this Spider-Man movie when it felt like they were ignoring it for the longest time. I mean, one of the things I also want to point out other than the where is Spider-Man, so it looks like Tom Holland's character, Peter Parker, is out on the run, disappearing, which we all assume would be the case at the beginning of Spider-Man, where he would just be hiding out, trying to figure out what to do until he magically resolves the situation and he can freely walk the streets of New York like we've seen in those set photos. If the man is really being hunted down and wanted, I don't think he'd be casually walking into a bakery shop to visit Zendaya. But we also have here J.K. Simmons, which I might say looks slightly different than the way he did at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home. I mean, in this photo right here, he's got a pair of glasses on him. His hair looks a little more rugged, not as well kept, and I don't even think he has a mustache in this, so this might be some last-minute promo work that they went ahead and did for J.K. Simmons' character. This could also be the new look for his character throughout the movie. We have to remember now with the multiverse, this is not the exact same J. Jonah Jameson that we saw in the Sam Raimi movies. It might be played by the same actor, but it's an alternate reality version for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. He is set to be getting a lot more screen time throughout this third Spider-Man film. My main guess is that every now and then will pop up on the big screen or TVs or on the radio, and he's just going to be spewing nonsense about Spider-Man. But the biggest thing that everyone is going on and talking about in this article is towards the very end, they have here a line where it says, Spider-Man's publicity stunts to make himself look good. We have to unite. Put an end to all this super chaos going on. Find these darn astronauts. Find JJ's grandmother's cat, please, or he will fire us. The part I want you guys to pay attention to is find these darn astronauts. Now that might not seem like a big old deal, but recently, if you've been keeping up with WandaVision, there was a line thrown in there that when people returned from the snap, there were missing astronauts who were out working in space that when they return, we have no idea where they are. A lot of fans took this to mean that it's the hint and start of the Fantastic Four now that we know they're being set up in the MCU, that this will be their origins, that a group of astronauts, most likely the Fantastic Four, were doing a space mission, were snapped away, came back, and then they'll enter the negative zone, get their powers, and come back to Earth, and we'll see their movie. Sounds like, honestly, a fantastic theory, and then with WandaVision and now this Spider-Man 3 article both hinting at that, it seemed like the most obvious thing in the world and kind of brilliant until the showrunner, the person who basically runs WandaVision, went ahead and said, no, that Fantastic Four thing isn't real. It's not an actual thing. It's just kind of something we threw out there because they thought it was fascinating to explore all the different aspects of people snapping back, that it's not always as happy as, oh, they're back after 5 years. Some people came back in weird places. So I guess we can't get our hopes too high on this. It could be just playing coy or trying to hide that fact, but it's right there, a perfect setup. If Kevin Feige looks at this and goes, you know what, we accidentally did the perfect setup for the Fantastic Four, let's go ahead and do it. And it would also make sense because the director of Spider-Man 3 is the guy who's going to be making the MCU's Fantastic Four movie, so I have to assume we're going to get at least one or two little Easter eggs in Spider-Man 3 about what we're going to see in Fantastic Four. If not, it would be a waste for that director. But now getting to this interview that everybody was highly anticipating, thinking Tom Holland was about to drop the official plot for Spider-Man 3, heck, even the title that we still don't know what it is. What he did say about the movie specifically is, it's the most ambitious standalone superhero movie ever made. You sit down and you read the script and you see what they're trying to do, and they are succeeding. It's really impressive. Of course, no actor's gonna sit down and trash his own movie or say, yeah, this one's a stinker, man, but the next one, we got you. But coming from Tom Holland and everything he's been through with Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, his past two Spider-Man movies, oh, I believe this is gonna be the most ambitious Spider-Man film. Just like every time we get details about this thing, we can't even understand what this film is. Also, when asked about how Spider-Man Far From Home ended and how we'll start Spider-Man 3, he said exactly, yeah, but wait till you see how we kick off in the third one, you'll be cuffed. But we can't even bag too much on Variety, okay, because they did try and get more out of Tom Holland, and he was just not feeling his spoilery mood today, because they asked him point blank, what are these rumors with Kristen Dunst, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield showing up in your movie? Can you talk about that? And he says, it beats me. I don't know. If they are, they haven't told me yet. That would be something Marvel would do. Bullshit! I think by now Marvel fully trusts Tom Holland to tell him everything, and it's just kind of like a fun little gag that he spoils everything, even though I don't really think he does that anymore. This boy 100% knows if these characters are in the movie, and that's just the best response he could give right now without spoiling it. We pretty much know we can expect to see Tobey and Andrew in the movie. I don't know so much about their girlfriends and side chicks showing up, but that is just all the Spider-Man 3 updates we currently have going on right now, guys. I am still unbelievably hyped for this thing. Hoping we get some more news, and with Sony already starting to market it a little bit, Tom Holland doing some more interviews talking about it, oh, something's coming up pretty soon. Let me know what you guys think of everything we discussed here today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.